hope you're all well. If you're new around here, hello, it is lovely to meet you. And if you're returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name is ALANNA and I'm a 35-year-old lady living in Scotland, and this channel is predominantly all about skincare, beauty, lifestyle, hair care, vloggery, kind of bullshit. But with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm and cynicism thrown in on top. You know I like to keep it honest around here. So, today's setup is a little bit different, but there is a reason for it. It is currently 8:30 in the morning and I've been up since 6:30 because, you know, I've got a 6-month-old baby and he likes to get up at that time. I thought I would come to you because I want to get some nice fresh morning light in the natural light. There is no kind of false lights on at the moment. This is all just light coming through my window because I want you to be able to see my skin. I am going to zoom you in a minute because I am going to start trialing a different kind of retinol. Now I have used other ones before and I've spoke about them, and I've also spoke about why I decided to stop using them. So this one is a little bit similar in the sense that it is a subscription service that you use every month and you just use a little bit every night, and it is Dermatica. Now I had been very interested in Dermatica. I'd spoke to Rose. I don't know if anybody is following Rose over on Instagram. I'm going to put a little photo over here because she's absolutely stunning. Now Rose has a lot of kind of cystic acne and ongoing acne problems, so her skin needs are very different from mine, but we are of a very similar age, and the reason I wanted to be using retinol was to just help with anti-aging and a little bit of hyperpigmentation as well. So here, although I always am like, my freckles, this is probably definitely a bit of sun damage. Melasma, if you want to call it that. It did get a little bit darker round about my pregnancy, but it never really came to much. I know some people's melasma can become like a real mask. Mine stayed a little bit more freckly, and being on holiday in the start of September, they definitely came up a little stronger. So it's definitely a little bit of sun damage as well. So I like to even that out as well. So after speaking to Rhodes, I figured why not give Dermatica a try. She said they were really good. She's been using them for a long time, and funnily enough, once I'd actually done my consultation with them, how it works is you sign on, you do a consultation, you send pictures of your before skin, and then they send you what your dosage should be. They actually pinpoint different things. So if it's acne you're looking for, then they'll do that. If it's hyperpigmentation, if it's anti-aging, you have a certain journey you're going to be taken on through that. So I initially went for the anti-aging, but I've now spoke to somebody at Dermatica, and after them seeing my pictures, they were saying, well, you know, we're going to put some anti-aging stuff, we're going to put retinol and retinol in it anyway, so why don't you try the hyperpigmentation and we'll take it from there. It can be changed, so don't worry too much. So this came through the door today. I am going to start using it tonight, but I wanted to film, as I say, in first light, in daylight, to show you what my skin is like before. Now the funny thing was I'd done a consultation and all that kind of stuff off my own back, was willing to start trying Dermatica. You can get a code with Dermatica where if you refer friends and family and things like that, you will get discounts on your next orders, very similar to other brands. But I actually was reached out to by Dermatica and asked if I wanted to give this a go. So I now also have a code that means you will get a bigger discount, and I will put that down below, but it is a code that I can earn commission on. I need to let you know that. So this is me, fresh morning light, nothing on my face, no makeup, not even any skincare or anything yet because I've not been in a shower. Clearly. I'm going to zoom you in and let you see the details of my skin. Now I'm bringing you in really nice and close here. Also, I do have a bit of a moustache, my apologies. Bringing you in really nice and close so you can see here the pigmentation that I'm talking about, which they are a little bit of frecklage, but as I say, that is probably going to be some sun damage as well right there. I do have the odd spot at the moment actually, so I do get the odd breakout, but not horrifically. It's not a major problem that I'm worried about. And on this side, I feel like my pigmentation is even worse on this side, or darker on this side. I don't like to say worse because I don't hate the way my skin is. I just want to improve the tone, and I would like to kind of stop the aging clock as much as I possibly can. I don't feel you need to. I'm not saying you need to go and rush off and be like getting a facelift, but if I can keep things as nice and fresh and healthy as they are at 35 as best I can, I'm gonna try. So let me just show you under here as well. You can see I'm getting some fine lines and wrinkles. They aren't terrible, I'm not gonna kid on like they are. What I find as well is seeing this area here, I don't know if you're gonna see that, it gets quite dry, and in that area I do get quite crepey quite quickly, depending on what I'm wearing and if I've not moisturised and stuff as well. So you can see all that there. I'm also just going to come up for you, so again you can see some freckles and sun damage there, and you can see some fine lines that I've got, that some of them stay now that the age I'm getting to, but in here I'm actually not too bad. It's not horrific. I'm going to come down here as well. This is all hyperpigmentation from old spots and scars, because whenever I did used to get acne, it was always on this area, on my chin and my jawline. So this is all kind of old acne scarring and some hyperpigmentation from there as well. So we're nice and close, you can see everything, and it's absolute glory. I'm sorry, someone has just woke up very early from his nap, so here we are. So what I was going to say was, I'm obviously going to start trying this, and I think the way I'm going to do these videos is, he's got the hiccups, can you hear him? I'm going to do these videos is basically check in with you after every month. So the first video, this one, will be the first 3 months, so I'll come back to you at the end of the first month, the second month and the third month, and we will keep going from there to see how things change and things improve, and if it makes a lot of difference to my skin, because I do like to continue to keep you up to date with these things. I'm also just going to show you, I'm going to pop him on the bed for a moment if he'll let me. We'll see. You okay? Want to lie down for 2 seconds? So I've just popped him on the bed there. He might start shouting at me. I just want to show you the actual packaging before I go any further. So it came like this through the letterbox, and basically it's got a little seal on the side here. Oh, which is far too tight for me to get into. Just gonna use a set of tweezers to get into it. So, there we go. And it comes like so, like this. And this is the little doser, I would say. And you basically just push it out like a little pump instead of other things. So it comes like this, opens like this, blah blah blah. There's all this information here, and basically the bottom is your kind of prescription, and mine has tretinoin, niacinamide, azelaic acid, and the doses of that are personal to you, and it will change each month whether or not you want to increase it or not. And actually behind that there is your treatment guide too, and a little bit of paperwork about how things will work. And also I got sent a couple of free samples of the Azelaic Acid 20% cream as well. Now I'm just having a quick look at that there. With this it says skincare and treatments you should avoid when using this formula. Scrubs, peels, exfoliants, salicylic acid, glycolic acid and facial waxing. Now, sorry, the sun's just getting a bit brighter there. The facial waxing thing I know, because when I've used retinol before, I took almost the top layer of skin off my lip, because as I said, this needs to be going. So what I might do is wax first and then start this tonight. It is a bit of a pain because it is something that I need to do quite regularly, but so you know, you will take a layer of your skin off if you're waxing things. Glycolic acid isn't something that I kind of mentioned this in a video recently. I am using acids routinely anymore, but sometimes I will use a glycolic acid toner, not every day, maybe a couple of times a week if I feel I need it, but I'll just have to be cautious with that. The other things, scrubs, peels, exfoliants and salicylic acid, I do not use anyway, but I thought I would let you know. And it obviously tells you how to use it as well. Wash your face, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into that business, but it says here, apply a thin layer, 1 or 2 pumps of your formula to your face and avoid your eyes and your mouth. Let absorb for 3 to 5 minutes and then apply a light layer of moisturiser if needed, which I would always do anyway. In the morning, cleanse your face, pat dry and apply your moisturiser of choice, followed by sunscreen. Again, if you're using retinol, very important to make sure you're putting on your SPF. It's important anyway, but even more so because it will make your skin much more sensitive to sun damage and burning. So this is a little component here, and it's more like a pump style. So you just put out some pumps of stuff. It looks quite nice, very dinky. I like that it's just gonna sit in my bathroom and be pretty unsuspecting, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna try this tonight. We will see how it goes, and I will come back to you, as I say, at the end of the month. I don't think there's much point in me like showing you how I put it on, because as I've just explained to you, it's pretty straightforward. It's the step before you put on your moisturiser, and that's the way I'm going to be using it. So I will come back to you at the end of the month and show you my skin then and tell you what I'm thinking of it at that point. And then I will, it's just got really, really dark now. The sun's went behind a cloud, sorry. So I will come back to you at the end of the month, tell you how I'm getting on with it and what I'm thinking of it, and I will show you my my skin again, and then I will go another month and I will try it again and I'll show you at the end of that month, etc, etc. So that's the way these videos are going to go. As I said, I do have a code with them, but it is a code that I can earn commission on. I need to let you know that. All the links will be down below, so there will be something on the screen at the moment as well, because I like to let you know. But you know I'm a bit of a skincare junkie, and I think you all knew I was looking for a new retinol, so this is what I've chose.